You've seen the videos. How I made $10,000 in my sleep with AI. How I retired at 20, dropshipping stuff. But let's be real. How much of that is actually true? The internet is overflowing with gurus claiming you can get rich with so-called passive income. But can you really? I decided to find out for myself. Fast-paced montage of clips, scrolling through vending machine listings, clicking through an AI art generator, filming a selfie video, looking at a stock chart, adjusting a camera on a tripod, dragging files into a digital course platform, and then a final shot of a spreadsheet with $0.00 highlighted. I'm putting 7 of the most popular, lazy income streams of 2026 to the test. For 30 days, I'm starting from scratch. No existing audience, no secret connections, just me. I tracked every single dollar and every single hour to see what actually works. By the end of this, I'll give you the grand total profit and loss and tell you which of these hustles are actually worth your time. The passive income dream promises we can make money while we sleep. Let's see if I'm about to get rich or just really, really tired. First up is the most physical of these lazy streams, a smart vending machine. The big idea for 2026 is that tech like cashless payments and remote inventory tracking makes them semi-passive. But let me tell you, the setup was anything but lazy. Finding a used machine under $5,000 was a mission, but I finally landed a snack and drink combo for $3,000. The real work? Finding a place to put it. After dozens of rejections, I convinced a local 24-hour gym to host it by offering the owner a cut of the sales. Stocking it for the first time cost me another $400. For the test, I let the machine work its magic. The smart inventory was a genuine game changer, pinging my phone when stock was low. This meant I only had to restock it once a week, taking about an hour each time. Over the month, the machine pulled in $820 in revenue. After subtracting the cost of goods sold, about $410, that left a gross profit of $410. But it doesn't end there. I had to give the gym owner his 10% cut, which was $82. Then credit card processing fees took another $15. So the actual take-home profit was about $313. It's a decent return for just a few hours of work, but with the huge upfront cost, this is definitely a long-term play. The average monthly profit for a machine is around $300 to $600, meaning it could take a year or more just to break even. It's passive-ish, but it is not fast money. Next, I jumped into what feels like the ultimate 2026 lazy hustle, creating and selling digital products with AI. The dream is simple. Make something once, like an ebook or a template, and sell it forever with zero inventory. I decided to create a social media template pack for small businesses and a beginner's guide to AI prompts ebook. I used tools like Canva AI and ChatGPT, and the whole creation process took about 10 hours. I listed them on Etsy and Gumroad, platforms that handle the sales for you. Startup cost? Just my time. The first week, I made a grand total of nothing. A big fat zero. It was a brutal reality check that just because you build it, doesn't mean anyone will come. I spent a few hours making some pins for Pinterest to promote my stuff, and that's when the gears started turning. Around day 15, I got my first sale, $15 for the templates. By the end of the month, I'd made 12 sales. Total revenue was $180. After platform fees, my net profit was $165. It's not a fortune, but this was the first stream that felt genuinely passive after the upfront work was done. The key seems to be finding a specific problem and solving it. The online course market feels completely oversaturated, but the new trend is micro-courses, short, focused classes that teach one very specific skill. I decided to create a 90-minute course called YouTube for Beginners, How to Film, Edit, and Upload Your First Video. I already had the gear, so my startup cost was basically zero. I spent around 20 hours scripting, recording, and editing everything. Then I uploaded it to Teachable and priced it at $47. For the first 2 weeks, crickets, absolute silence. Just like with the digital products, I realized I had to actually market it. I started posting about it in some relevant Facebook groups, and that little bit of effort got me my first sale on day 21. By the end of the month, I had sold 3 courses. Total revenue was $141. After Teachable's fees, The profit was around $125. The upfront work here is huge, but once it's live, the income is almost entirely passive. It's slow to start from scratch, but it proves it's not impossible. Affiliate marketing. The classic, make money while you sleep model. My 2026 twist was to use short-form video, TikToks and YouTube Shorts, to promote products. I signed up for Amazon Associates and chose a niche I actually know, budget tech gear. I made 15 short videos reviewing products I already owned, and slapped my affiliate links in my bio. The whole thing took about 8 hours. The videos got some views, but turning those views into sales was tough. A video with 10,000 views might only get 50 clicks, and out of those, maybe one person buys something. My first commission came after a week, and it was for $1.12. Wow, don't spend it all in one place. Over the 30 days, I earned a total of $32.50. This one felt like the biggest grind for the smallest reward. While talk affiliates make a killing, they have massive audiences. For a beginner, it's a slow, algorithm-dependent climb. The sharing economy has made it possible to rent out stuff you already own. I don't have a spare Lamborghini for Turo, but I do have a nice camera and drone that are usually just collecting dust. I listed my Creator's Gear bundle on a rental app called Fat Llama for $75 a day. The platform handles insurance and booking, which makes the whole thing feel pretty secure. The setup took less than an hour. Within 3 days, I got a request from a student filmmaker. The process was super simple. Meet up, hand off the gear, get it back the next day. Over the month, my gear got rented out 4 separate times. Total revenue came to $300. After the platform's 15% cut, I was left with a profit of $255. I was honestly shocked at how well this worked. The only work was coordinating the handoffs. If you have valuable gear sitting around, this is one of the most practical, low-effort income streams I tested. Now for the laziest way to make money, period. You buy stocks or funds that pay out a slice of their profits, called dividends. Simple. I'm not a financial advisor, so I went with a popular, straightforward strategy. I invested $2,000 into SCHD, a well-known dividend growth ETF. I set it up to automatically reinvest any dividends, a little trick called a drip. The setup took all of 30 minutes. The work for the next 30 days was literally nothing. I just let it sit. At the end of the month, the market had a slight dip, so my $2,000 was actually worth about $1,980. But I did get one dividend payment during that time, $5.80. This is the definition of passive income, but it's also a clear reminder it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes a lot of capital to see a meaningful return. The final income stream is the very one you're watching. A YouTube channel can become passive because old videos keep getting views and generating ad revenue for years. Of course, to monetize, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. For this 30-day test, the goal was just to start. The upfront effort is insane. This one video took over 40 hours to put together. So my earnings for this month from YouTube are, you guessed it, $0. But it's the perfect example of an income stream that is anything but lazy upfront. You have to build the machine first. Whether it pays off, well, that's a question for a future video. Alright. 30 days are up. I started 7 income streams from absolute scratch. Let's see what the damage is. The vending machine brought in a profit of $313. The AI digital products made $165. My microcourse earned $125. Renting out my camera gear added another $255. Affiliate marketing was a letdown at just $32.50. And dividend investing trickled in a whopping $5.80. This YouTube channel is still at $0. After 30 days of testing 7 lazy income streams, the grand total profit is $896.30. Honestly, I'm surprised. It's not buy a mansion money, but it's definitely not nothing. It proves you can make money outside of a 9-to-5. If you found this useful and want to see more experiments like it, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below. What's the biggest thing holding you back from starting your own hustle? So, what did I learn? First, the term passive income is a bit of a lie. Not one of these was truly passive from day one. Every single one required an upfront investment of either my time or my money, and sometimes a lot of both. Lazy doesn't mean no work, it just means you're front-loading the effort. The streams that worked best were the ones that solved a real physical problem. The vending machine provided convenient snacks, and the gear rental gave someone affordable access to expensive equipment. The purely digital stuff, like courses and ebooks, clearly has huge potential, but it takes way longer to get the ball rolling. The dream of making money while you sleep is possible, but you have to put in the work while you're awake first. It's not about finding a magic button, it's about building a machine. And this experiment proved to me that building that machine is more possible now than ever before.